What's up, everybody? Welcome to Indie Comics Review. This is the show where every week I review 3 indie comic books. If that is the kind of content that you find interesting, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link down below to my Alternative City shop where I sell t-shirts, one-of-a-kind buttons, magnets, stickers, and comic books that I make. So let's get started right away with the first book, which is Sacrament #1. It is written by Peter Milligan and drawn by Marcello Frusin, and it is on the AWA Upshot Comics label. The Exorcist meets Alien in this sci-fi horror story. In the year 3000, mankind abandoned Earth and fled into outer space. Now a disgraced priest, called into action to perform an exorcism on a remote space colony, is about to discover that no matter how far you run, you can't escape your demons. And the devil is, in fact, real. Man, Peter Milligan, he's really enjoying a renaissance year this year. Like everything that he does, it's good, and so many things are different. It's like they're not like one type of story, but everything that he puts out still has that signature Milligan kind of feel to it. So this is another one in a long list of comics that he's been doing this year. And this one, in the description, it says it's pretty accurate. It's very close to Alien. I should say, The Exorcist meets Alien, because the priest in this story, he's really much like the priest in The Exorcist, the young priest in The Exorcist. He's really going through this self-doubt period, and he really he has no confidence in himself. And he's questioning his faith, and he's questioning what he does, and he's really his heart is not in it at all. He's called to do what he was supposed to be an exorcism at the beginning of the book, and he doesn't even believe that it is an exorcism to begin with. First of all, he fails at this, and he just basically phoned it in. And his young apprentice, she sees just nothing but greatness in him. A lot has changed in the future, in the year 3000, as far as religion goes and Catholicism, but some things have stayed the same. Now the sacrament is given out in a different way. The blessings are given out in a different way. I'm not sure if I'm saying the right procedure for that. It's like there's an electronic element involved in that, but some things actually never change, and those are the supernatural things that have nothing to do with science. So this pops up and rears its ugly head once again, and this priest is called in by one of his superiors, who they had their eye on him for a while, and not in a good way. But they've called him in because they need a person to perform an exorcism, and he has a history of at least performing an exorcism in the past, albeit not successful. And they catch him at a time where he's just going from planet to planet, where religion is, I believe, pretty much outlawed in many places, but there are still people who demand his services. So him and his young assistant travel like by this very Millennium Falcon looking spaceship from place to place and perform their ceremonies. All the while he's just phoning it in and having impure thoughts about his young assistant's body and so forth. But he's just kind of a mess. And I look forward to seeing where Milligan goes with this story, because there's so many possibilities. And when you blend these two genres, I say there's a bit of like, along with the Aliens and the Exorcist, there's a bit of Star Wars in there too, but it's heavily on the other two, I think. And the blend is really working, at least for this first issue goes. So yeah, I'm all in for this series. As long as it goes, it's probably going to be a limited series, I'm thinking. But yeah, this is another winner from Peter Milligan. The next book is Nook #1. It is written by Caleb Thussaut and illustrated by Marcello Biot, and it is on the Source Point Press Comics label. Fleeing the oppression of World War II Germany, Avery and her parents moved to a remote town on the border of France, only to discover their new house is haunted by a dark past and a cat named Nook. Swept up in a deadly cycle of violence, Avery will come to both fear and love her fuzzy new friend as the dark and twisted history of her new home is revealed. Wow, Nook is really a sad story in so many ways. It deals with a subject, first of all, that is tragic of the whole Nazi occupation and people fleeing their country. It's something that still is happening to this day, unfortunately. But this one specifically is the World War II, and this child, she moves with her parents, who are not Jewish, but they were running from the Germans, and they fled to France, and even that is just not good enough. The Nazis are even invading France. Of course, they didn't know that at the time. And the little girl, when they first move in, she sees the cat, and at times I wonder if the cat is actually a spirit as well. Because at first the parents didn't see her and the little girl did, and we really weren't clear on that for quite some time. In fact, I'm still not too clear on that, but cats can be kind of like that anyway. So they interact with the normal and the paranormal. So I guess that just fits with the story. And the format of the book is pretty cool too. It's bigger than your average comic. It almost looks like it would be a good this kind of comic you would probably see at a lot of artist alleys and indie comic producers. It looks very indie. The black and white artwork is very, very nice. The line work is good, and it's almost in a childlike kind of look to the art. I think it really fits because it's about this little girl and the horrors that are seen through her eyes. By the end, you really are drawn in to I guess see what's going to happen next. You just have this foreboding feeling throughout the whole book that this is just not going to end well. So this is not a series that's going to like probably brighten your spirits, but yet and still it's a very compelling read if you enjoy this kind of thing. If you enjoy nice line work, if you enjoy storytelling with an historical slant. I think Nook Nook doesn't disappoint as far as that goes. So if you can get this, I know Source Point Press books may be a little hard to get in some places. I would recommend picking up Nook. It's a little depressing in some ways, but I think that the author and the artist really send a powerful message in this book. Nook #1, it's something that deserves your attention. The last book is She Bites #1. It is written by Hedwig Hale and illustrated by Alberto Hernandez R. And it is on the Scout Comics label. Elise Baker is a 134-year-old vampire in the body of a 9-year-old girl. Sick and tired of stupid adults treating her like a lost little girl and not letting her buy cigarettes, Elise decides to hire a babysitter to be her chaperone. Enter Brenda Zielinski, a suicidal teenager in search of some quick cash so she can buy a one-way ticket to Scotland to jump off a cliff. Despite the generous payday, it turns out that babysitting a vampire might be more trouble than it's worth. Jeez, imagine that. But it sounds like fun. This, I have to say, is my pick of the week. It's my favorite comic of the week. I know it came out a couple of weeks ago, but I just got to it, so it's my pick of the week. She Bites, I think, really is on to something. The concept of this kid vampire has been done before, but I think with this dark humor aspect of it, this has got legs here, I think. So the kid, at least, well, the vampire who's still in kid form, she puts an ad like at a I guess supermarket, to little tear off things, and this girl answers this ad this woman, I should say, this young woman, answers the ad, and she's really going through a hard time. She's really thinking about ending it all. She's at a dark point in her life. So she answers the ad. What the hell? I need to earn money so I can. She literally is trying to earn money to go somewhere nice to commit suicide, which is just it's sad into itself. But it paints a nice scenario for what could come in the future. Now, Elise, she's just so no nonsense. She takes care of herself quite well when it comes to fighting and taking care of would-be people who want to take advantage of her. But she's tired of the hassle of not being able to do adult things that adults get to do, and she's really an adult in a kid's body. My favorite thing about this book, though, is the artwork. The art of the person who goes by Alberto Hernandez R. Period. That's the way they sign their name. The artwork is just spot on and just perfect for this book. It's almost like I don't know, and I'm gonna say Disney-esque, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's almost like someone says it's like an adult Twig kind of a book. It's that kind of a feel, only more adult themed. But man, it is so nice. I just discovered this person's art on this book. I would look for them, see what other stuff they've done and what their body of work is. Because even if it weren't this great concept and decent writing, I would enjoy reading a book drawn by this person, Alberto Hernandez R. So, man, it's just a good match of a story, a concept, and excellent art. Those three things that go together, and this could be ongoing. This could even be some sort of film TV project, I think. So do yourself a favor and find this book. I know scouts are hard to find too. This is one review where there's not a single image. I love image, but there's not a single image book on here. These are all smaller press comic creators and small press. But find these people's books and just support the small press and the indies. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So that's all for this Indie Comics review. I'll be doing more next week, and look forward to that. And at some point, returning with Artist Alley in some shape or form. I have to check my mailbox to see if I've received any submissions via mail since my email is down. So until then, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you know when I'm making my next video. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the funny papers. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.